Here we are today on the Marex 330. This is a gorgeous family cruising yacht, and it is also an extremely premium family cruising yacht. The materials are superior, the fit and finish is exceptional, and having been building boats for 50 years, Marex knows how to build boats that can handle the less desirable sea conditions and then really maximize those sea conditions that are nice. This 330, you'll notice, is standard Marex DNA. And what do we mean by that? Well, we have two sunroofs. So here is our first sunroof over the cockpit itself. Very simple to open, very simple to close. Touch of the fingertip here, pull it back. You can lock it into many different positions. And this really adds a flexibility to the boat itself. Now we also have a forward sunroof. Same setup, unlatch, fingertip control. The boat is essentially open, and this really lets you take advantage of your surroundings. Now this is a galley up design, and it's a thought out galley. So we have enough counter space. You can do electric or gas cooktop or oven, and there is plenty of storage. I do like the fact from an ergonomic point of view and just a clever use of space, you know, getting the refrigerator under the helm seat. And then I can't say enough about the materials that are chosen on a Marex. These are premium family cruising yachts. And something not often found in a boat of this size, you'll notice the captain has a sea door, which makes single-handed operation very easy and convenient and adds a safety factor. Example of well thought out design. Here we have a stool mount, and this is very cleverly done. So it is adjustable on a screw, so you can adjust the height. And then there's also a release catch right here. And what we can do with that is move the seat out of the way when not being used, and when we want to use it, pull it out, maximizing the number of people who can sit here and enjoy a breakfast, a lunch, or a dinner. You can have the seating set up for when you're at your location, and so you can have a meal, but you'll notice that the table is hinged. There's a very good reason for that. If I fold the table up, and then I go ahead and take the backrest and pull the backrest aft, notice how the seat raises up. You now have a double companion seat the same height as your captain and the helm seat. Very simple, yet very clever at making this boat operationally feel like it's 10 feet bigger. Going below in the 330 to port, we have access to our forward stateroom. Very quiet down here, beautifully finished, beautifully appointed. Excellent use of textures and colors, and of course there are a myriad of options when it comes to materials and finish covers and colors, so you can truly customize any Marex. Full-size hanging locker. Starboard side, we can have what I can only describe as a yacht-sized head for a boat that's 33 feet. If we go forward here, every bit of space has been used very efficiently, and you can see that we have an acrylic enclosure for our shower. So this is not a wet head. It has a dedicated shower compartment. Obviously, those of us who enjoy cruising appreciate that because it keeps your head a little drier and a little cleaner, neater, and there is plenty of storage. Again, the fit and finish is exceptional. When you get on different boats, something to look for is joiner work, and on a Marex, it can only be described as premium and top-notch. They really go the extra mile to make sure they finish things. They do use the finest materials and then make sure that they finish them very, very carefully. Now over here on port side and aft is our midships berth. Again, large hanging locker area. And as we can see, this is a fairly good sized berth. So I'm 6'3" and I fit in here quite easily. We do have some side windows with an opening port light. I would say that if you're taking the family out for an extended cruise, this boat will more than suit your needs. Going forward on the side decks, again, excellent joiner work, excellent fit and finish. And then we have our foredeck, and on this padding, the aft sections come up, making a chaise lounge. You can set them at different angles, and there is plenty of room and high enough rails to safely tie up, maneuver your fenders. So creating integrated seating here on the swim platform. Again, part of the Marex DNA. And then if we open this deck hatch here, wet storage. But then there's something that is unique to a Marex, and that is being able to rapidly and efficiently close off this cockpit. So how is that done? So here we have a garage door, for lack of a better term, and this allows us with one hand to actually deploy the aft enclosure. That lets us seal off the entire cockpit. Now when I did this, it took me less than a minute and a half to close it off. There are no steps, there are no zippers, there are no buttons. Very convenient, very clever, and then you can hit your heating or your air conditioning, making this a true 3-season boat.